Hi guys, welcome back to my video about Java programming. This video is part 1 of strings and characters in Java. And so before watching this video, I assume that you have learned basic about methods and arrays in Java. If not, please make sure to watch my videos about methods and arrays in Java before watching this one. In this video, I will cover the first 3 sections about strings and characters in Java. Section 1 covers fundamentals of characters and strings, including the concept of string literal and an introduction to class string. Section 2 will show you how to input strings from the keyboard. And section 3 discusses ways to process strings, including tokenizing strings using the string method split and how to use 3 basic string methods, namely length, charAt, and getChars. The remaining sections will be covered in the part 2 video. Let's get started with fundamentals of characters and strings. So, a character literal is an integer value represented as a character written in a pair of single quotes like this. Note that the integer value of the character is its Unicode value, which has 2 bytes. The char type, which is a primitive type, represents a 16-bit Unicode character. Note that Java also supports 32-bit Unicode characters, but for the scope of this video and this course, we will only consider the 16-bit Unicode characters. A 16-bit Unicode characters is written in the format that is preceded by /u followed by 4 hexadecimal digits. So it runs from /u0000 to /u-f-f-f-f. For example, this is characters that represents the one with the Unicode value of 03B1 in hexadecimal. This is the Unicode of the Greek letters alpha. So these 2 characters are the same. Also note that Unicode characters also include ASCII characters, and the Unicode value of an ASCII character equals the character's ASCII code. And a string literal is just a sequence of characters written in double quotes, such as in these examples. So when you write capital A in double quote, you have a string literal, while also capital A in single quotes is a character literal. Unlike characters which have a primitive type, there's no primitive type representing strings. Instead, Java has a predefined class named string that is used to represent strings. The class string has many constructors, which are methods that have the same name as the class name and are called to create objects of that class. So there are many ways to create a string object. Recall that to create an object of a class, we use the new operator followed by a call to a constructor of the class. Since the constructor has the same name as the class, a call to the constructor starts with the class name, such as scanner or string, followed by an argument list in parentheses. Different ways of creating an object of the class correspond to different types of arguments passed to the constructor. The first two common ways to create a new string object are from a string literal or from an empty string, which correspond to passing a string literal or nothing to the constructor string. Note that passing nothing to the constructor string has the same effect as passing an empty string to the constructor string. Another way to create a new string object is by copying from another string object. For this way, you just pass a string object into the constructor string. For example, suppose you have declared and create a string object s as above. Then you can pass s into the constructor string to create string object s2 as in this statement. The content of string s is copied into s2, but s and s2 are different string objects. We can also create a string object from a char array or a specific portion of a char array. For example, suppose we have created char array as an array of type char like this. Then we can create a string object as a 3 from a char array by passing char arrays as the only argument of the string constructor. Then the value of s3 is the same as the content of char array, which is the string hello. If you want to use only a portion of a char array, then you need to specify two more arguments in the constructor. The first argument, which is the second argument after the char array name, specifies the index in the char array where the portion starts. The second extra argument specifies the number of characters in the portion. So if we specify extra arguments 3 and then 2 after char array, then only 2 characters starting from index 3 of char array are used to initialize the string object created. So here a string s4 will have content consisting of characters L and O, which are characters at index 3 and 4 of a char array. Here is a complete Java program that shows an example of creating string objects. In the main method of this program, we create 5 different string objects with 5 different ways. The first one, which is referenced by the string variable s, is created from the string literal hello. The second one, which is referenced by the string variable s1, is created from the empty string. The third one, which is referenced by the string variable s2, is created from the string object referenced by the s. So s and s2 reference to 2 different string objects that have the same content, which is the string value hello. The last 2 ones referenced by string variables s3 and s4 are created from the array of type char named char array, which is declared and created at the beginning of the main method. The entire char array is copied to S3. So its content, the content of the string S3 is the string birthday, as shown in this output. Only a portion of char array is copied to S4. The arguments 6 and 3 in the constructor for S4 indicates that the portion of char array to be copied starts from index 6 and includes 3 characters. So the content of string S4 is the substring day of the string birthday. The last statement in the method main displays the 4 string objects referenced by S1, S2, S3, and S4. To conserve memory, Java treats all string literal with the same contents as a single string object that has many references to it. For example, suppose you declare 2 string variables S and S1 and assign each of them to the string literal hello, as in these 2 statements. Then both S and S1 are references to the same string object in the memory that represents the string literal hello. Note that the statement assigning the string variable S to the string literal hello does not create a new string object. Instead, it just lets S reference to the string object in the memory that represents the string literal hello. But the statement that assigns the string variable S to the expression new string hello, like this, creates a new string object which has the same content as hello but doesn't represent the string literal hello. So in this case, the variable S references to the new string object graded. So these 2 statements, so this one and this one, are not equivalent to each other. We have used many terminologies regarding strings, so I would like to clarify them. Strictly speaking, the terms string variable, string object, and string value are different. In particular, a string variable holds a reference to a string object that stores a string value which is expressed by a string literal. But most of the time, the distance between these terms can be ignored. So for simplicity, the term string will often be used to refer to string variable, string object, and string value. For example, given this declaration of variable S, we may refer S as a string or string variable or string object. So we can say string S or string object S or string variable S. We may also refer the string value hello simply as a string. Now we move to section 2, where I'll show you how to input strings from the keyboard. To input a line of text, you can use the next line method of the scanner class. This method reads characters, including white spaces, until it encounters the new line character, which is read when the user presses enter. Then the method returns the string containing the characters up to but not including the null character, which is discarded. Here is an example of calling the next line method. First, you need to create a scanner object, just like when you need to read other inputs from the keyboard. Then you may display some prompt, such as enter a sentence and press enter. Then you call the next line on the scanner object you have created and assign its returned result to a string variable such as sentence. Another scanner method that can be used to input strings from the keyboard is the method next. This method reads the next word from the keyboard. In particular, when you press enter, method next reads characters until it encounters a white space, which is either a single space or a tab or a null character. Then it returns a string containing characters up to but not including the first white space, which is discarded. Note that the way to call the scanner method is similar to calling the method next line. Just need to replace the method name with the name next. Also note that all characters after the first white space are not lost. It can be read by the subsequent scanner's input methods calls. This example shows the effect of leftover characters after calling the method next of scanner. In the main method of this example, it first asks the user to enter some string and calls the scanner methods next to read the next word and assigns the result to the string variable s. Then it displays the string s to see what was returned by the method next. Then it repeats the whole process another time, calling method next again and displaying the result. When this program runs and the user enters the strings, the string, this is an example. So this is the string that the user entered, and then press enter here. So this string has 4 words. Okay? Then you see that the program shows that the first string read by the method next is this, the word this, okay, which is the first word from the string entered by the user. But when the second call to the method next executes, it doesn't wait for the user to enter a new input. Instead, it reads the second word from the first line of string that the user entered. There are many things we can do to process a string. Let's start with tokenizing strings. When you read a sentence, your mind breaks it into tokens, which are individual words and punctuation marks that convey meaning. Compilers also perform tokenization. Tokens are usually separated by delimiters, which are typically white space characters such as a single space or a tab or a null character or the carriage return character. Other characters can also be used as delimiters to separate tokens. To perform tokenization, you can use the string method named split. This method breaks a string into its component tokens and returns an array of string objects. This program shows an example of tokenizing strings. First, it asks the user to enter a line of text and stores the input in the string variable named sentence. Then it calls the method split on the string object sentence. The split method takes an argument, which is a string that represents the delimiters. Here we only want to use a single space as the delimiters, so we pass the string literal with a single space as the argument to the method split. This method returns an array of string objects, so we assign its result to the string array variable named tokens. The content of array tokens are the tokens from the line of text that the user entered. Then it displays the number of elements in the array tokens, which equals the number of tokens in the user's input. Finally, it uses an enhanced for loop to display all elements in the array tokens. Here is a sample run of this program in which the user entered the line of text that reads, "This is a sentence with 7 tokens." So the result shows that there are 7 tokens corresponding to 7 words in this sentence. And here is the list of tokens, which are the words in the input that the user entered. Class string provides many more methods to process strings. In this lecture, we will learn 3 basic methods, namely length, charAt, and getChars of the class string. Method length returns the number of characters in the string. Method charAt returns the character at a specific index in the string. We have used this method to read a character from the keyboard before. In particular, we call methods next on a scanner object to get a string, then call method charAt with index 0 on the input string. The string method getChars copies the characters of the string object into a char array. For example, here we call the getChars method on the string object s1, which has been declared and assigned to the string literal hello there. Before calling getChars, we need to specify the char array that will be the destination of the copying. For that purpose, here we declare variable char array as an array of 5 characters. The getChar method takes 4 arguments. The first argument is the starting index in the string from which characters are to be copied. The second argument is the index that is 1 past the last character to be copied from the string. For example, if the second argument is 4, then the index of the last character in the source string to be copied is 3, because 3 equals 4 minus 1. The third argument in the getChars method is the name of the character array into which the characters are to be copied. The last argument is the starting index in the destination char array, where the copied characters are placed in the target or destination character array. So this called to getChars on a string object S1 will copy characters at indices 1 to 3 of the string S1 into char array starting at index 2. This is a Java program that demonstrates how to use the three methods length, charAt, and getChars of class string. In the main method of this program, it first declares string S1 and assigns it to the string literal hello there. It also declares and creates char array as an array of 5 characters. Then it displays the value of S1. It also displays the length of S1 by calling method length on the string object S1. Next, it uses a for loop to display the characters in string S1 in the reversed order. So the counter variable named count starts from S1.length minus 1 down to 0. Here it uses the string method length again. In each iteration of the for loop, it calls method charAt on the string object S1, passing the current index stored in the counter variable count as the argument. In the second part of the main method, it calls method getChars on the string object S1, passing arguments 0, 5, char array 0. So this call will copy the first 5 characters from index 0 to index 4 of string S1 into char array, starting from the beginning of the char array. Note that char array has length 5, so we cannot copy more than 5 characters into char array. Finally, the program uses an enhanced for loop to display the content of a char array after copying. Here is the output of this program. As you can see, it displays the string value of S1, which is hello there, and displays the length of S1 to be 11, which equals the number of characters in the string hello there. Then it displays the characters of string S1 or hello there in the reverse order. And the content of char array after copying is the first 5 characters of the string hello there, which are from the substring hello. Okay, so here are more examples about using the string methods length and charAt, and these are also an exercise for you to practice with using these two methods. Okay, so here are the codes. I give you the codes here, and you just need to tell me what are printed out by each of the println statement here. Okay, so here variable s has been declared as a string variable and reference a new string object with the content hi. Okay. So now I'm giving you 10 seconds to figure it out. I start the timer now, 10 seconds. Okay, it's counting down. All right, so 10 seconds have passed. So now you can see the answer. I assume that you have figured out all of the answers. So what is printed out by this statement? The statement, the println statement with the arguments to be s.length. So this one, it just print out the length of the string s, and here the string s has only 3 characters, so it should print out 3. Easy, right? Okay, so the second one, it tried to print out s.charAt 2. So what is it? So this should be the character at index 2 of the string high, right? So this is index 0, then 1, then 2. So it's exclamation point. And how about the s.charAt 3? What should be printed out here? So here we will expect to have an error that is of the type index out of bounds exception. That is because we try to access an index that is out of bound of the string s. So here this string has only 3 elements, so 3 characters. So the indexes should be from 0 to 2. So there's no character at index 3. Okay? So therefore you will get this error if you try to pass a value that is out of bound into the charAt method. All right, and that's also the end of this video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have practiced and understand most of the materials that I have covered in this video. And I look forward to see you again in the next video, which is part 2 about strings and characters in Java. Thank you.